Good afternoon, Ian. I think getting
Hi.
back to the original point, I think the European nations should ask their populations what steps they should take and set forward a suite of different measures. Because just to explain, my girlfriend's Italian, so Italy was obviously the worst hit at the start of this.
Yeah.
And I spent a lot of time reassuring her, saying, well, look, the lockdown, if it lasts for 6 weeks, 2 months, that should, effectively eliminate the virus. And the lockdowns
Sure.
have always failed. And then, obviously, we were all looking forward to the vaccines. And, I mean, I've been vaccinated. I had AstraZeneca. But now we're seeing that the vaccines, especially Moderna and Pfizer and the Johnson & Johnson vaccines, are not very efficacious over time. There was a big study done of veterans in the US, and the initial protection provided by Johnson & Johnson was, I believe, 81%, and then 6 months later it was 3%. So,
Wow.
again, yeah, exactly. And the interesting thing
That's a big old drop. I hadn't read that. That's a big old drop.
Yeah, it's a very large sample as well. It's over 619,000. So please get your researchers to have a look at it, because it's a very interesting study. Unfortunately, it didn't include AstraZeneca in that, but I think AstraZeneca will be different because it doesn't use this new gene therapy technology. It's just a modified form of another virus, a vaccine rather.
Correct.
So I think it's probably more. Yeah, so it's probably more efficacious over time. But I think the other issue we have to do here, and it's a bigger educational thing, science is never settled. I've got a physics degree from UCL. A lot of the things that I studied and learned when I was at university have proven to be wrong over time. Science is never settled because the data you have, the information you have changes over time. So relying on experts, for that I would put Professor Neil Ferguson forward as the reason you should be very doubtful about experts and you should look at their past record of accuracy. He's been wrong about 5 times now, I believe. Everything from the swine flu to the avian flu. And if we
mad cow disease, I mean, go on.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, he would probably say, yeah, but these are the ones you read about in the papers. He would offer you 27 examples of where he's been spot on. I don't know that, by the way. It's not a good look for the man, is it?
It's not true. And literally, I mean, I saw some analysis of the computer model he used, which couldn't even produce consistent results if you input the same data, which is a minor miracle, given it's a computer program. So I think the government, if I was going to summarize how our governments behaved during this, I'd say they should have shut down the airports straight away. I bought masks, food, etc. in mid-January, because I was already hearing rumours about this from various YouTube channels and stuff, and I thought better safe than sorry.
Got it.
So I should think the government should have been much better prepared than it was. But I would say don't introduce mandates, because that will cause a lot more problems than it has. And look at what's happening in the US. You're literally seeing people who are heroes a year ago, doctors, nurses, firefighters, police officers, being told they no longer have a job because they refuse to take the vaccine.
Indeed. Listen, on that point, I've got to step in. No other reason, Simon. I know I always seem to say this, but because of time, but thank you for that.